So last week, Apple launched their Apple Pay Later feature in the United States and only rolled it out to a select few people so far, but plan to extend that across the wider United States soon. And in this video, I want to go through what is the actual offering that Apple has here, because there's already a lot of buy now, pay later providers out there like Affirm and Klarna, for example, both of which, if you end up missing payments, can lead you to have quite a hefty interest bill as well as some other hidden fees. So is it the same case for Apple, or is Apple Pay Later a little bit different to what those other buy now pay later companies offer? Apple is generally a little bit late to the party when it comes to the latest innovations, but often they take their time and come with a really good offering that generally blows the competition out of the water, and from what I've seen so far, this looks like it could be that for the buy now pay later space. The main thing that grabbed my eye that really sets Apple Pay Later apart from the competition is the fact that they have no fees and they also have no interest. The way that the repayment works is essentially every 2 weeks you will pay 25% of the purchase price of the item, so that at the end of the 6 weeks your short-term loan has come to an end. So you're probably wondering what happens if I end up not paying whatever I owe. And as far as Apple's concerned, they basically said if you miss a payment, we'll prevent you from taking out any further loans, but we won't charge you any interest on your overdue payment. All you have to do is pay off the remainder of your loan whenever it is possible, and once you've done that, they can then start to accept you for new loans again. Now you're probably wondering, does that mean I could just take months and months to pay this back? And while that is technically true, it won't be in your best interest, because Apple will be communicating information on all of these buy now pay later loans with the relevant credit authorities. So essentially it would affect your credit score in terms of the United States if you were not able to pay back these loans or you did miss payments. It would affect your credit score. But on the other hand, if you're paying these back regularly and on time, it will help improve your credit score. So basically Apple Pay Later offers $50 to $1,000 loans depending on how much you've been approved for, and generally if you think you're going to be approved for the $1,000 loan, you will be sorely disappointed, because my experience with a lot of these buy now pay later is that they don't really offer that higher end of the scale to many people. For most people, you're probably looking at about $200 to $300, maybe $500 max that Apple Pay Later will allow you to loan at any one time. Now, of course, this is dependent on how much you earn. So if you are a high earner, you're probably going to be able to get near the $1,000 mark. But for most people, I would say you're probably not going to be going near that $1,000 limit. So just keep that in mind if you have your eye on a TV or a brand new phone that's in around that $1,000 price mark. You're likely not going to be able to use the Apple Pay Later feature to get that. So for your first loan, you'll need to apply for pre-approval. This is where they'll go through all the different credit checks, check things like pay slips, etc., in order to get good confidence that they're willing to lend you the money, and that of course you'll have the facility to pay that money back as well. And then once you're approved, you'll have 30 days to go ahead and make that purchase. It gets a bit easier for your second and subsequent loans after the first one, where you can just basically do it on the spot. If you're going to buy something, you can apply for it, and if you've previously been approved, you can nearly instantly get approved again for another loan. So all in all, compared to competitors, I think the Apple Pay Later seems to have the best offering, especially when it comes to no fees and no interest. So you're not going to find yourself, if you miss a payment, with a big interest bill at your door. But as I mentioned, for the US, this will affect your credit score positively if you can continue to pay it back at the right time and never missing a payment really, and obviously negatively if you do end up missing some payments. So that's obviously something to keep in mind and to be careful when you're using a service like this, because it obviously can affect that credit score. I also know a lot of my viewers are from Europe and Ireland as well, so at the minute we have not heard if Apple Pay Later will be launching in Ireland. I do know we have the likes of Hum and also I believe Klarna you can use in Ireland anyway. But unlike Apple, these will see you subject to large interest fees if you do miss payments, and most of them do have a fee as well just for using the service. But as far as Apple Pay Later coming to Europe and Ireland, no plans for now, but I'll keep tabs on it and see if it does come. But I would imagine there'll be a slightly different offering as to what the United States have got. Anyway, let me know in the comments section below if Apple Pay Later is something that you would use, or maybe you are in the United States and you're already using it. Let me know in the comment section below. Generally, a good rule is if you can't afford something, it's probably not a good idea to be buying it. But for example, if you do have enough for it and just want to take advantage of a feature like this and you know you'll be able to hit your repayments, I guess it's not really a bad thing if you use the likes of Apple Pay Later, the fact that it has no fees and no interest. But definitely something that shouldn't be messed around with too much. You definitely need to know what you're doing and stay on top of the installments. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy this, make sure you do drop a like on the video. Would really appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys in another video.